Which eucalypt is the sexiest? Eucalyptus salubris. Commonly known as Gimlet, but called by many botanists the sexy gum, Eucalyptus salubris is one of Australia's most iconic tree species. People will travel for thousands of kilometres through the harshest and most inhospitable landscapes Australia has to offer just to get a glimpse of this amazing tree. But what is it about this eucalypt that could possibly make this journey worth the effort? Gimlet is a very long way from being the biggest eucalypt. It's not even close to being the tallest, and it's definitely not because it grows all over the continent. People travel from far and wide to see Gimlet's absolutely stunning bronze-coloured bark. Like elegant and finely crafted bronze statues rising out of the red soil, their form and colour is perfectly complemented by the bluish-green hues of the landscape around them. To highlight just how special Gimlet really is, you have to understand that it's not a tree all by its lonesome. Gimlet is just one eucalypt in an area of exceptionally high eucalypt diversity. That area is called the Great Western Woodland. It is the largest temperate woodland on the planet, covering an area of 160,000 square kilometres. 160,000 square kilometres is a vast area. But when we look at it to scale on the map of Australia, we can see that it's only 2% of the landmass. Out of Australia's 700 species of eucalypt, 30% are found in the Great Western Woodland. When we look at these numbers, it's easy to see that the Great Western Woodland is one of the most important, diverse, and intact environmental systems we have in Australia. But how did this diversity come to be? Well, the Great Western Woodland is surrounded by the dry, hot deserts to the north, the cool, wet southern coastline to the south, the very fertile wheat belt to the west, and to the east lies the infamous Nullarbor. It's this mix of very different environmental systems that all overlap in such a small area of the continent that helps this diversity to flourish. Also helping out that diversity is small quirks of the local environment. For example, the lack of seed dispersing animals. Another factor that limits seed dispersal is the lack of any large rivers in the area that might carry away the seeds of the trees as they flood. Over many generations and tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of years, trees have become highly adapted and very specialised to a small local environment. In the Great Western Woodland, it seems that this process of specialising in small, local environments over tens or hundreds of thousands of years has led to this diversity. This diversity comes as quite a surprise if you're travelling through the Nullarbor to the Great Western Woodland. As you travel, a subtle change happens very gradually. The grasses turns to heath, the heath turns to shrubs, and the shrubs turn to trees. Sexy trees. Whew. Is it just me or is it getting hot in here? I said it's getting hot in here. So hot. Talking about hot, we all know that eucalypts have a few tricks up their trunks when it comes to dealing with fire. Gimlets are almost certainly killed by a fire. It turns out that that sensational bronze bark is rubbish at fending off a fire. Regenerating from seed is this tree's strategy, and it's very much a long game approach to recolonising an area. These trees are starting to regrow after a disturbance. Small trees like this might look like they're young, maybe 10 years old, but Gimlet is incredibly slow growing. A Gimlet that has a trunk that is just 15 centimetres wide can be 90 to 100 years old. So you can only imagine how old a Gimlet is if it has a trunk of 50 centimetres wide. So Gimlet is very much a eucalypt that stands out in the landscape. A vast landscape that is recognised internationally for its exceptional biodiversity. Gimlet isn't the biggest, it's not the tallest, and it's definitely not the most common. But what Gimlet is simply beautiful. I'm Steve from the Tree Projects, and you keep on eucalypting. Hey, it's 2020, and we at the Tree Projects here are going to be releasing a range of eucalypt media all throughout the year. What I would like you to do is to have a think about what your favourite eucalypt is and enter it into the Eucalypt Australia Eucalypt of the Year 2020. Alrighty, here's one and two links to other videos that we've made. Hope you enjoy it.